Miami GP qualifying. Charles Leclerc on pole ahead of Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen, Mercedes struggle. Charles Leclerc on pole ahead of Carlos Sainz as Max Verstappen fluffs final lap for Red Bull. Lewis Hamilton 6th, George Russell out in Q2 for Mercedes. Watch Sunday's Miami GP live on Sky Sports F1 at 8:30 p.m., with build-up from 7 p.m. Championship leader Charles Leclerc will start on pole position for the inaugural Miami Grand Prix after leading a Ferrari 1-2 in a fiercely fought qualifying AS top spot slipped through Max Verstappen's fingers. With drivers pushing the limits of the fast new street track that surrounds Miami's Hard Rock Stadium, Verstappen had led heading into the tense final laps before behind leapfrogged Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Sponsored link. Is personalization the future of retail and hospitality? The Wall Street Journal. Recommended by. Trying to retaliate, Verstappen, Leclerc's closest title rival, made a critical error through the first sector on his own final lap of Q3. Miami GP full race schedule on Sky Sports. Watch on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. The title standings ahead of the inaugural Miami GP. Leclerc eventually topped the shootout by 0.2 seconds from Sainz and Verstappen, taking his third pole in the season's first 5 races, while Ferrari have their first front-row lockout since Mexico 2019. "We are starting on pole and we need to finish the job," said Leclerc, who made a costly error at the last race in Imola. Verstappen, meanwhile, focused on the positives despite his mistake and insisted he was surprised he was even in the fight for pole after missing much of Friday's running. Mercedes, having topped Friday to prompt hopes of a 3-team fight, were never in contention in Saturday's qualifying and Lewis Hamilton was their lead car in 6th and 0.8s off the pace. George Russell, who was fastest in practice 2, didn't even make Q3, knocked out in 12th as he complained of bouncing and having no confidence in a W13 car. That was no match for the Ferrari and Red Bulls. Fernando Alonso and Daniel Ricciardo were the surprise Q2 casualties. Hamilton, while returning to Q3, will start behind former teammate Valtteri Bottas on the third row of the grid, with Lando Norris 8th. Sunday's race is live on Sky Sports F1 at 8:30 p.m., with build-up from 7 p.m. Miami GP qualifying result. Top 10. 1. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari. 2. Carlos Sainz, Ferrari. 3. Max Verstappen, Red Bull. 4. Sergio Perez, Red Bull. 5. Valtteri Bottas, Alfa Romeo. 6. Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes. 7. Pierre Gasly, AlphaTauri. 8. Lando Norris, McLaren. 9. Yuki Tsunoda, AlphaTauri. 10. Lance Stroll, Aston Martin. Ferrari take charge of Miami GP. What happened to Merc? The Miami GP qualifying didn't disappoint in terms of close competition at the front, while it also provided another reminder that just when you think 2022 momentumous with one team, it swings to another. Red Bull dominated the Emilia-Romagna GP and the long straights of the Miami International Autodrome were expected to suit their car, but it is Ferrari who ousted their rivals on Saturday. In fairness to Red Bull, they may well have taken pole if not for Verstappen's error at turn 5, which prompted an expletive-laden radio message from the Dutchman. After qualifying, Verstappen once again noted his disrupted Friday, which he missed much of due to reliability issues. "We have to start making the weekends a little less difficult," said the world champion. Mercedes, meanwhile, flattered to deceive. Having come into Saturday as arguably the team to beat given their Friday form, Mercedes struggled in final practice and were then distant in qualifying. Russell was on this occasion their slowest driver, and was downbeat and perplexed after the session. "We are a bit confused to be honest," he said. "Yesterday we were in the fight for pole and today we qualified P12, which is the worst qualifying of the year, so it doesn't make a lot of sense." Toto Wolff said Mercedes worsened their car with experiments, while Hamilton did at least take comfort from an improved qualifying for himself. It was a much better qualifying session than I've had for the last 3 races, so I am grateful for that, to be honest, and I'll take it, said the 7-time world champion. Whether Mercedes can get back in the fight at the front on this form is doubtful, with the inaugural Miami GP set to host another gripping fight between title fighting teams and drivers. Watch it all live on Sky Sports F1.